Hi guys, welcome back to Beyond the Studio Pilates. My name's Hannah and today I want to take you through a side kick. This is a really good exercise for hip stability, glute and leg strength. You won't need any equipment for this workout, it's a purely mat-based workout. So let's get going. We're going to look at those legs. So you're coming onto your left side to start. Important to think about your setup before we get going. So making sure your feet are in front of you, chin is lifted, top hand is in front for some support if you need it, bending that bottom leg as well if you need a bit more there too. Top leg comes to hip height, core engaged, and then we're just going to start with a really little circle. Now we're going to do 3 sets of this today, but again, if 3 sets is too much, then just either drop a whole set or just decrease the number. So we're doing 5 now, reverse the circle. 5 little circles in each direction. And then 5 bigger circles in each direction. Making sure your hips stay nice and still. So you could do 3 instead of 5 if that's better for you. It means you can get through 3 sets. And then taking it in the other direction. And holding it there and doing 5 little raises, core engaged. Make sure you're not pushing yourself into the mat, so your hips, your pelvis is staying as still as possible. You're not pushing yourself into the mat. Core engaged, final lift, then holding it there and 5 little circles and 5 little circles in the other direction. And then 5 bigger circles, core engaged, keeping everything else nice and still. 2, 1, and taking it in the other direction. 2, 1, and then onto our raises. So this is really working into your hips and glutes. Final 2, final 1, holding it there, final set. You're doing so well. Core engaged, belly button to spine, keep those hips stacked one on top of the other. And the other direction. And then bigger circles. 2, 1, and reverse. 2, 1, holding it there and raises. 2, 1, holding that leg there, and then slowly lowering and bringing that leg down in front. Make sure you haven't rolled everything forward, so try and keep your hips stacked as much as you can, flexing that bottom foot. We're going to lift and then do 5 pulses. And then lower. 4 more like that, lift and 5 pulses. And lower. And final 3, lift and 5. And slowly lower, final 2. And slowly lower. And final 1, lift and 5. And slowly lowering that leg back down. Well done. Okay, on to our other side now. So you're coming onto your right hand side. Arm is coming out underneath your head, so your neck is staying in alignment. Feet are in front of you. Remember, core engaged. Hand in front. You can also bend that bottom leg if you need a little bit more support. Then from here we're lifting and circling. So remember, if you need to reduce the number in each set or just cut out the final set for me. And we're doing 5 little circles backwards. And then 5 bigger circles. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core engage. and then 5 bigger circles backwards. 2, 1, and then holding that leg there, core engaged, and lift. So as you lift, remember, make sure you're not pushing your side into the mat. All the work is coming through that leg and your pelvis stays nice and still. 2, 1, core engaged, hold it there, little circles. 2, 1, and reverse. And bigger circles. Doing really well, keep going, keep that leg moving higher than hip height, so come make the bottom of your circle hip height for me. 2, 1, and reverse. 3, 2, 1, and pulses, or lift higher. Core engaged, make sure you're not leaning backwards. 2, 1, and final set, we're nearly there. Keep looking belly button to spine, core engaged, and the other direction. Keep your trunk nice and still, so upper body shouldn't be moving, all the work is coming from that from that leg. 2, 1, and the other direction. Core engaged, holding everything else nice and still. Final 2, final 1, holding it here. Final set of raises, doing really well. Core engaged. Make sure you're not pushing yourself into the mat. 2, and final 1, then hold that leg there slowly. Lower that leg down, bring it in front of you, keeping that pelvis as stacked as you can, core engaged, flex that bottom foot, lift, and 5 pulses. So we're working into that inner thigh. And lower 4 more like this, lift and pulse. Keep your chin lifted. And 3 more. And slowly lower, and final 2. And slowly lower, final 1. And slowly lowering that leg back down, and then we can return to sitting. Well done. Thanks for joining my side kick workout today. I hope you found it really beneficial. Take my 10-day challenge and do this exercise for 10 days in a row, and let me know how your hips, glutes and legs are feeling after. Thanks for watching.